Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially day number 31 of the ongoing government shutdown, and President Trump just gave the order. It is finally happening. The Senate Republicans are about to activate the nuclear option. And I'll tell you what, folks, real quick, the implications of this are frankly absolutely massive, so make sure to stick around for today's entire video because we have a lot to talk about. Now, because of this Democrat-manufactured shutdown, so far we've had over 13,000 air traffic controllers and another couple thousand federal union workers missing their paychecks. But tomorrow, on November 1st, something massive is about to happen. You see, tomorrow is the first day, November 1st, that millions of individuals nationwide will begin to miss their federally funded SNAP food benefits, meaning people are about to get hungry. In fact, take a look at this.
We are here today because SNAP benefits run dry tomorrow. So the truth has finally revealed itself, hasn't it? Democrat support for programs like SNAP is now reduced to cynical control over people's lives. This last month has shown that the party who constantly says it puts people over politics does the complete opposite. Millions of Americans, as of tomorrow, will no longer receive SNAP and potentially WIC or even a paycheck. Democrats have instigated a disgusting dereliction of duty unlike anything I have seen in all my years doing this work, all to favor illegal aliens and other radical far-left policies that benefit only a small, tiny sliver of their base.
And as we all know, that is the absolute truth. The far-left radical progressives that are now running the Democrat Party have decided to throw God knows how many American citizens under the bus, all in an effort to support their beloved illegal aliens. And also, by the way, we all just saw in a bombshell report just the other day that 59% of illegal aliens nationwide are receiving at least one type of federally funded welfare, predominantly SNAP. So you know what? Let me ask all of you a question real quick. What do you think happens if millions of illegal alien delinquents who are already criminally inclined have their free food benefits taken away from them? Do you think that they're going to remain civil and peaceful and law-abiding? Yeah, I don't think so. But you know what? On that note, take a look at this.
The tension is rising. You had Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania, for example, who just yesterday, I think it was, accused his own party of, quote, playing chicken with the food security of 42 million Americans. He's right. And you've seen now the avalanche of people and organizations and institutions calling on the Democrats to reopen the government and vote for the clean CR. You got labor unions. You got the largest airlines in America. You got independent voters. Working class Americans across the country, they are all pleading with the Democrats to do their job and stop using their hardships, the people's hardships, for the Democrats' political games in Washington.
And so, folks, once again, that is exactly what is going on here. I really do hate to use this term, but the Democrats in 2025 have become nothing more than a bunch of political terrorists. If they don't get what they want exactly when they want it, then they're just going to try to blow up the entire country. Literally, they've absolutely lost their minds. And so, folks, this is why President Trump just gave the order to activate the nuclear option. In fact, as President Trump just posted on Truth Social late last night, quote, "Because of the fact that the Democrats have gone stone cold crazy, the choice is clear. Initiate the nuclear option, get rid of the filibuster, make America great again." So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, President Trump is officially ready to go nuclear. Now, what this would do is allow the Republicans to change the rules of the Senate such that they would only need 50 votes plus a vice presidential tiebreaker, J.D. Vance, in order to pass this budgetary continuing resolution as opposed to the 60 votes that they currently need. Now, of course, the traditional concern with this nuclear option is that the Democrats might end up abusing this very same functionality at some point in the future. But on that note, take a look at this.
So here's something that I want every conservative to remember. It's an important part of my entire political philosophy is We cannot be afraid to do something because the left might do it in the future. The left is already going to do it regardless of whether we do it. That is the takeaway of the last 40 years.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, J.D. Vance is absolutely correct about that. As we all know, the progressive left obviously has absolutely zero issues whatsoever with using and abusing political power whenever they have it. So hey, here's my personal opinion. Right now, we really do have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to permanently save this country and undo all of the damage that the Democrats have caused. So personally, I'm with President Trump and J.D. Vance on this one. No thanks to the radical left, this country really is currently facing a life-or-death existential crisis, and we need to rise to the occasion and save the nation. And also, worth noting real quick, the first 2 times that the nuclear option was ever invoked in all of U.S. history, it was invoked by the Democrats, and they've all promised to do it again and again and again if they ever regain control of the Senate. So like J.D. Vance just said, regardless of what we do, they're going to do it anyway. So this is why I'm saying let's save the country while we still have the chance. But now at this point, I want you all to take a look at what House Speaker Mike Johnson had to say about the nuclear option just earlier this morning. But first, I do want to say real quick that if you folks enjoy the daily news updates, please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a lot. But okay, check this out.
We just want this to end. They do not deny that the Democrats themselves, that they are prolonging this pain. They admit to it. They said they're using it as leverage. The big question everybody needs to ask this morning is why. They're trying to appeal to the radical left Marxist rise in their party. That is sum total what this entire thing is about. It is infuriating to us.
I think it's also Trump derangement syndrome. They don't want to give y'all anything. How much weight do these 4 airlines have on their decisions, on the Democrats' decisions? I'm sure they have lobbyists that are talking to them saying, y'all need to just sign this clean CR.
Yeah, it's the airlines. It's also the unions. The largest federal employee union, as y'all have reported, came out a couple days ago and said, please pass the clean CR. They represent 820,000 federal employees. That's supposed to be a constituency, the unions that the Democrats claim as their own.
And so, folks, at this point, there's a couple options on the table here. You see, the Senate isn't actually even back in session until November 3rd. So it is technically possible that the Democrats actually cave to all of this pressure before the Senate reconvenes for another vote, in which case the nuclear option wouldn't even be necessary. That being said, if the Democrats refuse to continue to capitulate, now we know that President Trump is more than willing to go nuclear in order to keep on putting America first.